Hey, John here. Here's lick of the day number 105. This is a C Lydian pick and run. If you want the tabs, you can either go to the description below, you'll find a link there, or just click right here on the screen. Gonna play it once slowly and then break it down. We're starting on the 10th fret of the D string. Alright, this one is based on C Lydian, and C Lydian is just like a C major scale, but you sharp the 4. So we have an F sharp instead of an F. And we start here with a 6-note sequence. It's kind of like the Yngwie sequence, but not really in reverse, but similar to that. So instead of going, we go like that instead. So if we number the notes from left to right, 1, 2, 3, and the frets would be 10, 12, 14, the sequence goes as follows. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now we repeat that on the next string, where we have 11, 12, 14. And then we go to the next string, where we have 12, 13, 15. And finally on the high E string we have 12, 14, 15. And I start this with a downstroke and then just alternate pick, so. We shift up to the 17th fret and then we go down a group of 6. Which just happens to be the same notes as these, just 1 octave higher. So we got 17, 15, 14, 17, 15, 13. And then we shift up again, and we're going to go up on the dots here, basically. So 15, 17, 19, 15, 17, 19. But since I want to end up on the beat on this note rhythmically, I added a passing note here, so we can keep the groups of 6 going. So we hit the 19th fret here. With a downstroke, and then we're going to go down with 3 different arpeggios. So it's going to be diatonic to the C Lydian scale. So we have E minor, D major, and then C major. And then we're going to end on the actual Lydian note, which is the sharp 11 or sharp 4. So we put those together. And I've written out these arpeggios in basically shapes, on the fretboard shapes. And then I've put the intervals on each note as well. But the intervals are not going to be in context of each chord, but in the context of the entire key. So for example, for E minor, this would be 5, flat 3, 1, 5 in the context of E minor itself. But since we're hearing this in the context of C Lydian, we're going to relate everything to the C note here. So this becomes the major 7, the 5th, and the major 3rd. And then we go on like that. So we have the 6th, sharp 11, and the 2nd or 9th. And then we have just some C major arpeggio. So 5, 3, 1, 5. So when you check that out, so you don't get confused, I usually mark it out as well that the intervals are in relationship to the overall key. But it's a good thing to know. But this thing is called superimposing triads in this case, and basically you can get an extended sound with just normal major and minor triads. So again, from the beginning. As far as the picking for these, by the way, I start this one with a downstroke, down, pull off, up, down, 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 and then it's going to be an upstroke for the beginning of the other ones. The rest is the same. So up, pull off, up, down, 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 up, pull off, up, down, down, down. And then you end with an upstroke on the F sharp. Right. As far as practicing this, I would suggest that you work on this thing. On a single string first, and then you can start adding 2 strings at a time. get a ton of repetitions and ideally move it around the fretboard, either by going diatonically using the scale, like that, or simply using the mechanical fingerings that I like to practice with a lot, which is using 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And I usually do 2 reps of each fingering. So that would sound like this from here. 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then you can move to the next string. And so on. I would also highly suggest that you do this not only with 6 notes per beat, but also 16th notes, for example. So if we do that with the mechanical practice, it's going to go like this. So you have the beat here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the benefit of this is that you're turning the beat around, and that will help your technique a lot as well. So we'll take 2 repetitions of this 6-note pattern before you're back on the beat again when you do it with 16th notes. So basically like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to basically take 3 beats before you're back on this note again on the beat. And that's pretty simple math, because we have 2 reps of this 6-note pattern is 12, and if you divide 12 with 4, you get 3, so that's 3 beats with 4 notes. So just try it, it shouldn't be that confusing. Another thing you can try with that though is that since we have 3 beats, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can actually add a little bit of a speed burst here on the 4th beat. So you play 6 notes on this one, and then you go back to 16th notes. It's gonna sound like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically you fit 6 notes in for the last beat. And it's a good idea to start this very slowly so you can get it as even as possible. All right, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just post them below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.